Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Spike Magazine Trophy. Oh no, I'm not prepared. Hold on. Give me 30 seconds. I thought I did so well. Give me 30 seconds. There we go. I don't know why the EA Sports thing isn't showing up anymore. It still has the audio, but it doesn't have the animation. Anyway, welcome back to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League. We are we are not prepared. We're here for game number 2 tonight. Ajax, Larian, Aaron is Smooth. Welcome everybody to the stream. Old Gamer Mike as well. We got game number 2 of our two game evening. That's not a tongue twister. I don't know why I couldn't say that. It's gonna be the Goodest Boys Strike Back versus the Gutterballz. Old Gamer Mike versus El Nubarino. Necro versus Orcs. Why don't we take a look at the standings real quick before we take a look at tonight's two teams, shall we? In Division A, with their win earlier this evening, are the NC Snakes, coached by Moob. They're a Dark Elf team. They are undefeated. They are 3-0-0. In second place, Festoon's MAML Nightmare. They're a Necro team. They're 2-1-0. And World of Cheese, coached by James Like Snacks. Currently in third place, they're an Elven Union team. They're 2-1-1. In Division B, in first place, the Chaos Cup champions, BB Nut and the Blue Leaf Broncos. They're a Nurgle team. They're 2-0-0, followed by the Pip Stars, coached by Dead Fred. In second place, they're a Lizardman team. They're 2-0-1. Also 2-0-1 are the Lizards of the Vesuvian Lavabacks. They're in third place and coached by Berserker Tempest. And in Division C, we have the Fishy Fiends in first place. That's Ajax's Chaos Renegades team. They're 2-1-0. They are followed by tonight's team, the Goodest Boys Strike Back, Old Gamer Mike's Necro team. They are also undefeated with a record of 2-1-0. And in third place, right behind them, are Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire, a Lizard team. They are 2-0-0. El Nubarino, welcome to the stream, cheering for the Pip Stars. Who doesn't cheer for the Pip Stars? The home team this evening will be the Goodest Boys Strike Back. They have 13 players on their roster. That's going to bring their TV to 1,460,000 gold. They have 2 werewolves, 2 flesh golems, 2 wraiths, 2 ghoul runners, and a whole bunch of zombos. 5 dedicated fans and 3 rerolls. They're going to be up against the Gutterballz. Wait, what? They're going to be up against the Gutterballz. What? Something changed. TV is dead equal. They're going to be up against the Gutterballz here this evening. They have a roster of 11, 12, 13, 14 players. Their TV also 1,460,000 gold, so nothing happening in the inducement phase. This team has all 4 big and blockers, just the 3. Oh, there it is. All 4 blitzers. No, 3 blitzers. One's out with an injury this week. Has a thrower, has a troll, a couple of goblins, and a couple of linemen, 1 apothecary, 5 dedicated fans, and 3 rerolls. How are these two teams going to play tonight? The Orc team, the canonical Bashy team. This is a team that wants to punch your face off. Lots of block on the roster here. El Nubarino doing a very good job building this team out, spreading out that SPP, getting block on everyone. You can see these blitzers, 2 of which have Mighty Blow. One's a blodger, tackle on a couple of pieces, has 2 guardsmen. The untrained troll has Mighty Blow, of course, as well. John Goodman with block and tackle and guard. Very intimidating. Well, John Goodman's out this week, but very intimidating roster. Just your I was gonna say bog standard, but that sounds rude. Just your typical Bashy team, right? Lots of strength, lots of bash skills. They're gonna try to punch you in the face and get you off the pitch. That's their job tonight. They're gonna be up against the Necro team. I think this game comes down to one thing. Well, really, down to 4 things: the 2 werewolves and the 2 ghoul runners. These are the only ball carriers for this Necro team. I think they have giant targets on their back against this Orc team. Whether these players stay alive, stay on the pitch or not, I think that's going to decide how this game plays out tonight. The 2 werewolves have claws. Claws is huge against a team like the Orcs. Claws treats everybody's AV as if it's an 8+. They have Frenzy, they have Block, they both have Tackle. Tackle, not a huge benefit here in this matchup, but Claw, Frenzy, and Block sure is. These werewolves can do a lot of damage to a team that's not used to taking a lot of damage. And if Old Gamer Mike's able to leverage the werewolves while still keeping them safe against these orcs, he's got this game in the bag, I think. The 2 Flesh Golems, great pitch control pieces. They have Stand Firm. They both have Mighty Blow at level 2. I think that's a great pickup for the Flesh Golems. I think Guard would be another good pickup. He has Guard on one of the Wraiths, number 5. And, oh my god, the 2 Wraiths have Mighty Blow as well. Old Gamer Mike says, you want to punch? I'll show you how to punch. 4 players with Mighty Blow and a bunch of players with Block as well. But, again, it's about keeping those Ghoul Runners safe and those Werewolves safe while still actioning them. It's not enough to just keep them safe, right? You can always throw them all the way back in your end zone and then they do nothing. That doesn't help you. You need to have them in the drive. You need to be leveraging them for those skills that are costing you money, that's effectively giving TV to your opponent. For the werewolves, that can be a little tricky because they have Frenzy. Frenzy means you have to follow up on the block, and now you may find yourself in a disadvantageous position where your opponent gets a block or a blitz against the werewolf. If they can't get him off the pitch, they're surely going to foul them and try to get him off as well. Very, very tricky to do unless you set up your formations correctly. Formation, very important for this team. The 2 Ghoul Runners, much easier to keep safe, but they do have 1 less point of AV. They're down to 8 instead of 9. They do come with dodge. It makes them a little more resilient. 1 has Sure Hands. That's the natural ball carrier. That's number 7, Pug Johnson. Also has Block. Block and dodge. That's Blodge. Only a pound knocks you down. Very good skill to pick up on a Ghoul Runner as well. This is a team that has to keep these 4 players safe. If you can't keep them safe, that's it. The game's over. It's done. But if he can keep them safe, I think he has enough positionals on this roster, especially with the use of those werewolves. He keeps cranking out those blitzes. He'll get a player advantage and come out on top in this matchup, I think. All right. No money in inducements. Not a dime. Wait, are there dimes in the old world? Not 1 piece of gold in inducements. So it's going to come down to the rosters here tonight. 13 on the roster for the Goodest Boys. I think it was 14 for the Gutterballz, right? 11, 12, 13, yeah, 14 for the Gutterballz. The thing to keep out for the Gutterballz, it's so hard for me to say the Gutterballz. One thing to keep in mind with the Gutterballz, one trick they have up their sleeve, of course, is the Untrained Troll, and not 1, but 2 goblins on the roster. They can chuck a goblin with Throw Teammate. They both have the right stuff. And get the ball in the end zone that way. That could even be a 1 turn on a drive. So something to watch out for on this roster. All right. I think we're about ready to go. We're a few seconds early, but once this game gets underway, we'll get this game going. Spire says, I love that all 5 of the zombies are resurrected from other teams. Such a flex. I didn't even notice. All right. Some technical difficulties in that Dream of Wish Foundation game. Unfortunately, they're hitting the passing bug again. I hope they got through it. But that can be real annoying because I think one of them has to burn their bonus clock. Love this pitch, and we look to have clear skies for the game this evening. Those wispy wraiths, the blitzers for the Necro team. Everyone wants to play for the Goodest Boys. What can I say? They want to die so they can play for the Goodest Boys. Decent chunk of change going to both coaches in tonight's matchup. Here's the coin toss. Again, no inducement phase this evening. Is that the ball? Goodest Boys are going to win the coin toss. They're going to choose to be on offense. Currently set up in cups for the defense. Again, perfect weather for tonight's game. Spire says, is it lava? Is it beer? Only the dwarves know. All right, cups will be the formation for the defense. 3 on the line, including that troll. Troll with a strength of 5. 5 on the line for the Necro team currently. Black Wolf 82, welcome to the stream. $14,000 fans in attendance tonight. Some of them are going to die. They're either going to burn or drown. Who's to say? 6 on the line for the offense currently. Bringing those Wraiths up just behind the 6-player line. 2 Werewolves, currently on the right side of the pitch. He'll spread them out for sure. Burn or drown. Why not both? Would it be drowning in lava? I mean, I know you will burn, but say you wouldn't. Would it be I guess so. Like if I fill your man, I'm gonna sound like a psychopath. If I fill your lungs with any sort of liquid, is that drowning? Like liquid rocks, that's drowning? What if I fill your lungs with solids? Is that drowning? Here's the kick. Weather's going to remain the same, but bounce 1 extra space. Turn 1 now for the Goodest boys. I would prefer not to find out. Me too. So they're strong on the right side here. 2-die block to get things underway, and those deep red dice. They're going to get the knockdown on Flea, the number 10 Orc lineman on the right side of the defensive line. No armor break. Now setting up the 2-die on the left side. Has a 2-die coming up with nice biscuits. Nice biscuits with the wrestle skill. Drowning versus choking. Yeah. Smothering, yeah. I don't know what the difference between... I don't even know if there is a technical difference between these things. I'm starting to sound like Walter White. Minute 3 to go here. Here's the blitz on the right side. 2-die blitz against Jackie Treehorn. Double pals. 8+ breaks armor. Has to follow up with the werewolf. This might be a 3+ dodge after this. We'll see if he gets the armor break. No armor break. Probably going to dodge away at this point, but that ball is not safe. No, decides to stay put. He's marked by the goblin. He's not afraid of the goblin. Goblin with a strength of 2. Nice biscuits on the 50-50 dodge over to the left side of the line. 3+ pickup works out for Pug Johnson. And now the Goodest boys have the ball on their own 10-yard line. And turn 1 going back to the Gutterballz. I was gonna eat some watermelon before this, but I didn't have a chance to, sadly. I'll eat it after this, although I've got some work to do after this, but it shouldn't take too long. El Nugarino, traditionally a contemplative coach. No action yet. Here in turn number 1 for the defense. 3 rerolls for the Gutterballz. But by saying "duh Gutterballz," I want to slip into a New York accent or something. The Gutterballz. 2-die block on the line. They're going to get a stand firm here against Tosa Smith. .45 seconds to go for the Gutterballz. My friendly local toy store just got in Just got in like the old. What edition was it? Was it first edition? I think it was third edition. I don't remember, but the yellow covered Blood Bowl Star Players book, which I already own, but I thought that was cool. Blitz on the right side against Sam Corgerton. Gets the POW here on the Werewolf. 9+ breaks armor. No armor break. The Gutterballz on the bonus clock. You get 7 minutes 30 seconds per game. 2-die gets Richard Mastiff will work out due to the block skill. Cease, welcome to the stream. No star players. There's no difference in TV in this matchup. 1460 to 1460. And now 2-die over on the left side of the line again works out due to the block skill. Necro team with a sizable speed advantage with those 2 wolves and the 2 ghoul runners, so they need to be careful of those players getting behind them. But otherwise, the rest of the team pretty slow. Pretty slow and not particularly agile either. So one tactic they could employ is they could mark a bunch of players and then start pressuring the ball carriers. The problem with that, of course, is that the ball carriers, the wolves and the ghoul runners, have such a speed advantage that if you overcommit to this, they can get away from you pretty easily. Turn 2 now for the Goodest boys. Defense is going to remain in check. You want to keep an eye on these purple ringed players here on the Necro team. These 2 wolves and the green ringed ones. There's one here, the other one's on the sideline. If all 4 of those players are off the pitch, the Necro team has pretty much lost any reasonable opportunity they have to carry the ball. Two-die block over in the right wide zone. This is Jackie Treehorn blocking across the line of the wide zone there against the number 6 Wraith Raish. Or the other way around, excuse me. Gets the knockdown here. Trundling a zombie back behind the defensive line here. Flanders is going to mark Jeff Bridges. And that ball is going to shoot across the line of scrimmage over into that right wide zone. So the Goodest boys think they have this secured enough to move this ball confidently across the line of scrimmage. We'll see if they do in this upcoming turn. Blitz by the Wolf. Sam Corkington on the blitz. Got the POW against Jeff Bridges. An 8+ with break armor. There's the armor break. Got the removal. Great removal here by the Goodest boys. They got rid of one of those blitzers. This was the Blodge Mighty Blow blitzer out with a KO. Again, that werewolf is going to be a nuisance for the orcs. And that's why there's going to be a target on their backs. The 2 werewolves. Rushes Robert Schnauzer into position. We've said this might be hypocritical of me, considering I have 4 Blodge Elf Blitzers, but having a Blodge Orc Blitzer feels like a crime. Turn 2 now for the Gutterballz. 1-man player advantage for the Necro team. I don't... Do I have any blodgers on my team? I'm not sure I do. I must at this point. Dude, I block against Sam Corrigan gets the push out of this. No, I don't. I don't have any blodgers at all. Two-die blitz against Sam Corrigan this time, seeking out these werewolves, trying to get the removal, gets a push, considering the reroll, thinks better of it. And now a two-die against Flanders by Steve Buscemi works out due to the block skill. No armor breaks here. 15 seconds ago in turn number 2, the Gutterballz on defense. A significant amount of their team to the left of the ball right now. They're going to pull back the number 3 big and blocker, Carl Hungus, to try to play some defense. Big and blockers only have a strength of 5. Philip Seymour Hoffman's going to get wrestled to the ground over in the left wide zone. No! No wrestle. Decides to make that a turnover. Turn 3 now for the Goodest boys. Being a blodger just means your opponent will roll pal. Well, that's what blodge does. When you gain blodge, it makes the dice off weight, so all they do is roll pals. Both standing result here against Jackie Treehorn. These wraiths, they have block and sidestep. They also have foul appearance, so they can be a huge nuisance, a big pain in the butt. Knockdown here on Frenzy. Frenzy's great for getting those block dice. Broke armor, got a stun. $50 seconds to go for the Goodest boys. Two-die blitz now by Richard Massiff, the number 4 flesh golem. They have a strength. Oh, has to spend a reroll here to keep the drive alive. Gets a push against Steve Buscemi. They have a strength of 4. They have stand firm, so if they get pushed back, they can stay right where they are. He's also leveled these guys up to have Mighty Blow. Gives them a +1 to their armor or their injury roll, whichever of the two they need the die or they need the +1 for. Frenzy follow-up by Robert Schnauzer. Gets a push or both standing. He's going to stay right where he is. And now two-die against Maud Lebowski is going to be a push. Good follow-up block to try to get some protection on the wolf. Two-die against Flea. Gets a knockdown. Breaks armor here. Gets a stun. Goodest boys on the bonus clock once more. They're down to 6:45 with 1 reroll remaining for the half. Decided they overcommitted a little bit. They said, you know what? We're going to pull the ball back a little bit. We'll get back across the line of scrimmage. We'll park it on our own 2-yard line. We'll reassess. A 1 die against obviously not a golfer. And they get a push out of this. Might have calculated that for the both down result and said, you know what, if I get a both down, that's fine. I've got AV9, you've got AV8. I'll take the trade. Turn 3 for the Gutterballz. The Gutterballz. Big and blocker over on the left side of the line stands up, takes a mark against Nice Biscuits. Gutterballz with an opportunity to try to start picking off this offense, pulling players off the formation, and really focusing on the ball carrier and the Wolves. A mark taken by Carl Hungus against the number 6 Wraith. Again, Carl Hungus, a big end blocker with the strength of 4. Also, level 2 with the block skill. 2-die block against Tessem, the number 5 Wraith. We'll get a knockdown here. Got through that foul appearance roll. Now the blitz on Robert Schnauzer, really focusing on these Wolves, but can't get the knockdowns. 2 pushes again here in turn number 3 against the number 2 Werewolf. Two-die block against Flanders. This will be a knockdown. 8+ breaks armor. There's the armor break and the removal. Regen not kicking in. And so that's a permanently removed lineman. Two-die by the untrained troll. I was going to call it the trained troll. The untrained troll. No armor break here. Again, mighty blow in effect on this troll. So it's 10v10 on the pitch? Yes, indeed. 10v10 on the pitch. Obviously not a golfer is going to mark the ball carrier. Ball carrier currently has a dodge 3+ with a free reroll. 1-die block on Merrick. Gets an armor break here. And a stun. Turn 4 for the Goodest boys. Goodest boys with 1 reroll remaining. They were across the line of scrimmage briefly here in this first quarter. Decided to pull it back. And now sitting on their own 2-yard line. 2-die blitz by Sam Corrigan gets a POW here. No armor break. Always has to follow up on that block. If they get a push on the first block with the frenzy skill, they have to follow up and block a second time. Even though that second block, they're not going to get a third block out of it, but they have to follow up. They always have to follow up. 2-die block against Maud Lebowski. Gets a POW here. Tizzle Bizzle rooting for the Orc defense. So far, they've kept this offense in check. The offense has been a little skittish, and now there they go. They're going to power downfield. Now on the opposing 14-yard line, Cease rooting for the Necro offense. Ball in the hands of a blodger on the 14. Turn 4 for the Gutterballz. It's the final turn of the first quarter. They can absolutely get dice on the ball here. I think they've got some werewolves that they want to murder. We'll see what they end up doing. Cease praying to Nuffle. Two-die block back at the line of scrimmage over on the left side. This will be a knockdown against Nice Biscuits. This frees up Jeffrey Lebowski, the number 9 lineman. Electric Spin. You know what? Let's do it. Who will die? Will it be you? Will it be you? Both standing result here unless a reroll is spent. Really can't get these werewolves to the ground. Everyone will die eventually. Blitz spent, decided to follow up. Oh, double skulls against the flesh golem. I think the reroll will be spent here. Indeed it will be, and this will be a knockdown. Took the uphill against Sam Corkington. That's going to be a skull. Going to use the team reroll. Use the team reroll, gets another skull out of this, and that's a turnover. So followed up with the blitzer here. Was going to blitz and move, decided to follow up instead, lost the assist. And now John Turturro is going to be knocked down. Is this going to be a score, or is he going to park it outside the end zone? He's going to park it outside the end zone. He's going to pull back a couple of players at least to defend the ball carrier for a turn. Move said, did you not draw on the screen in the game earlier? It was the first one in a while that I'm not missing someone for the next game. I'm pretty sure I did. A mark taken by the number 5 Wraith. And now 2-die against Steve Buscemi will be a push. That's more typical than it should be. Yeah, right. Accidental. 30 seconds to go for the Goodest boys. They still haven't covered the ball carrier with anyone. I mean, people can get there, right? Yeah. People can get there. And there's the coverage. Raish the Wraith will move back, as will the number 1 Werewolf. Good positioning here to cover the ball carrier with just 2 players. 3+ dodge to a blitz by the Werewolf. Got the POW here. 8+ kicks in regardless of claws because the Goblin just has that scrawny armor. saved his skin though on this blitz that remained on his feet. Failed 3+ dodge away from the Goblin. Oh, he's gonna keep the result. Broke armor! That's a KO'd Werewolf. That was the risk we were talking about in the pregame. We'll see if that KO sticks. Failed the dodge. Got KO'd. He said, did he have any cakes? No, no cakes. No inducements at all in this game. So that's a 1-man player advantage now for the Gutterballz. Turn number 5. Old Gamer Mike not terribly worried for the second half. Since they're on offense, they'll get at least 2 rolls here to get that Werewolf back on the pitch for half number 2. A POW against the Wraith. A 9+ to break armor by Steve Buscemi. Wraith sidesteps to the left. 53 seconds to go. A knockdown on the Flesh Golem. Taking blocks before... Let's see how the blocks turn out before repositioning the two big uns over in the right wide zone. And there they go. Now they're going to apply some pressure to the ball carrying unit. Has a mark on Raish. Doubt we'll see any rushes by Jackie Treehorn. Yeah, Jackie Treehorn moves forward, takes a mark on the prone Wraith. And now a 2-die back at the line of scrimmage by the Troll. So the Troll's really stupid. That's why that Goblin is there, to lend a helping hand to that Troll so it succeeds its nega trait on a 2+ instead of a 4+. And that'll be the turn with just under 5 minutes remaining on the bonus clock for the Gutterballz. Oh, they're still thinking about the blitzer here. Or I'm sorry, the lineman. Good 3+ dodge. Rushes once. Will he rush again? He rushes the second time, presses his luck, and fails the second rush. Turn 6 now for the Goodest boys. Now they're feeling some pressure. They might try to shift to the left side. They might score. We'll see what they decide to do. %, that's right. If you think you're going to succeed on a rush, you won't. It won't happen. Goodest boys were able to get all the way downfield. They can score right now if they want to. They have 1 reroll remaining. They're up against a team that doesn't have a lot of speed, so if they were to score right now, I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world. That's right. The more vital the rush, the less chance there is of it succeeding. That's right. That's not even in the rule book. That's just a law of the universe. That's just mathematics. $30 seconds to go for the Goodest boys. They're going to roll some... Good rush here by Tosa Smith. Has a 1 die against Carl Hungus currently. It's going to make it a 2 die with the Wolf Blitz. Got the POW. 8+ breaks armor, remember. No armor break. Flea can only get to here on double rushes. Pug Johnson could get out of range of Flea on double rushes. Old Gamer Mike deciding whether to score or whether to continue to stall this out. I don't know, man. After that blitz, well, he still has repositioning on the Wolf, but he hasn't broken armor in either of these guys. He's just going to decide to score. I think that's not a bad decision. The Goodest boys are going to take the lead in this game 1-0. Well done. So giving up, I believe, 3 turns to the Orcs to try to get on the board here in the first half. Oh, they didn't get back their Wolf here for this drive. But they'll get another opportunity for the second half. So it looks to be 11 v 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, indeed. He's got 12 on the roster. 11 v 11. We'll take to the pitch for these final 5 turns of the first half. And now the Goodest boys, they started this game on offense. Now they'll be on defense for the first time. They'll be down a werewolf, so they have the 2 ghoul runners in the secondary. They have the lone remaining werewolf in the secondary as well. 3 on the line, spaced 1 space apart. 5 on the line now for the offense. I got so much work done today, man. I was just like a robot. It was good. I'm supposed to clean the bathrooms today. I didn't do that though. And I will not do that today. The Gutterballz still considering their offensive formation. They're down to 4 on the line currently. They have 3 turns to get into the end zone. They're not particularly fast. They're not as slow as dwarves, of course, but they're gonna have to get some good yardage each turn here if they want to make it into the end zone. And I've got toys coming too. I've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 packages coming. I think they all come this week. I'm very excited. Why do today what you can put off till tomorrow? That's fine sometimes. I do that. I'll do that regularly. But eventually it all catches up. It all catches up to you. All right, high kick. Gonna try to get the wolf under, not the wolf, it's the wrong team. Try to get the thrower under the ball here on the 50-50. Catch off the kick. That doesn't work out. That's fine. The thrower will lose a space of movement here on the pickup, and then they'll get 4 effective spaces of forward momentum or forward movements after the pickup. It's gonna be a 3+ to pick up the ball with a free reroll due to sure hands. 2-die block on the right side. It's going to be a knockdown. It's going to be a knockdown on the left side here of the line as well. Final block on the line will be a push more than likely. Marino considering whether the wrestle down is fine or not, decides to go with the push. Second block on Nice Biscuits will be a push again. Playing a game, a board game tomorrow called Red Dust Rebellion. It's part of this counterinsurgency series of games. I'm excited. I love this series. It's a favorite series of mine. This is the latest game in the series, and there are 4 players playing one of 5 factions. So it takes place on Mars in the future. It's like 2250, and Martians, humans have colonized Mars, but Martians they don't want to be governed by Earth anymore. So there's an uprising, and one player plays Mars Gov. They play the Martian government. So there's the series is defined by asymmetrical win conditions and play styles. And the good removal here on a Wraith. We'll see if that sticks. Why do today something which if put off long enough will get done by someone else? If only. Good 3+ pickup without the reroll here. Moves the ball up to the Gutterballz own 6-yard line. But one player is Mars Gov, and they are trying to appease Earth Gov while also appeasing the Martian populace. One player are the corporations. They're just trying to make money while kind of working with Mars Gov, but like they're Earth corporations. So Mars Gov wants to be in the good graces of Mars Gov. Mars Gov wants to be in the good graces of Earth Gov, and so therefore the corporations kind of work with Mars Gov, but are really just focused on money. And then you have the Red Dust Rebellion themselves, the Dusters. They're people that want a Martian government by Martians for Martians. So they're the insurgents. And then there's what are they called? The Church of the Reclaimers. So they're like a almost like a eco-terrorist faction. So they think, well, humans messed up the ecology of Earth, and we're doing it again with Mars, and the planet shouldn't change to human will. Humans should change to the will of the planet. So there's these two insurgent factions and these two coin factions, and then there's this fifth unplayable faction that's EarthGov, and EarthGov sides with at any given time sides with MarsGov or the corporations, whichever one they are more confident in at any given time. So it's really fun. I've never played this game, but I've played lots of games in the series. It's really fun. Knocked down, no armor break by the werewolf over on the right side. Sound like hippies. There's some really interesting things in it, like, because it's Mars, you can't move freely around the map. I mean, you can, but it takes forever. So you have to, like, launch shuttles to get to places. And there's, like, resources coming from Earth, but they take a while to get there. Turn 7 for the Gutterballz. They have to end this turn in scoring position. Yeah, the coin series has this basic turn order mechanic that's really clever. That it and a sister series called the Irregular Conflict series use. Basically, you have a number of players, typically 4, and good armor break here. Oh, good removal as well. That's another KO against the Goodest boys. But you flip an event card, and that will tell you the order that players get to decide to take turns. And typically, only 2 players will take a turn on that event, on that round, so to speak. And so, if that's the case, the first player who goes, he decides what turn he wants to take. But that will then determine what the second guy can do. So, like, if the first guy does a certain thing, then the second guy has an option to take his full turn. But if you don't want that guy to have his full turn, then you can take a quote-unquote suboptimal turn just to prevent the second guy from being able to take his full turn or being able to do a thing you don't want to do. It's really clever. Or you could pass, and then the turn order kind of gets shaken up. Very solid orc line right here, but how are they going to keep the ball safe as they move it? 10 seconds to go. It looks like he's going to count on the goblin toss. Everybody's blocked down. Is this going to be a handoff here to number 13? There it is. Got through the animosity roll, but now failed the catch. Uses the team reroll for the catch. Oh, no team rerolls left for the Gutterballz. He's going to chuck him right now. Through the goblin. Didn't land on his... Tara Reid II couldn't land on her feet. And gets KO. The ball's going to bounce on the opposing... the opposing 6-yard line. Turn 8 now for the Goodest boys. Failed toss by the goblin. He was put, or by the troll. He was put on the spot. It was a decent throw otherwise, but Tara Reid couldn't land on her feet. And that was the turnover. Turn 8 for the Goodest boys. So with the goblin off the pitch, can't try that trick a second time. And the Gutterballz are not going to be able to get into the end zone. The Goodest boys in the lead here on turn 8. They're going to take some blocks. I imagine they might start to retreat their key players. SB Beaver says that was all the Goblin's fault. The troll did his part well. The troll did do a good job. Failed the pass, but still did a good job. Where was it? Yeah. Roll a 4. So going in with the Wolves, got the Surf. Well done. But now you've got a Wolf on the sideline. Got a KO out of the Surf. $50 to go for the Goodest boys. Double pals on the left side of the line. Two-die blitz by Pug Johnson to get that blitzer off the Wolf. Well done here by Old Gamer Mike. But now Pug Johnson marked. $6 to go. I don't think this will be worth any bonus clock for either of these coaches on this turn. That is indeed it. Just lost a second on the clock there due to following up on the block. Turn 8 for the Gutterballz. They're going to end this half down a touchdown. They will be on offense to start the second half. We'll see how these KO rolls shake out as they try to get some SVP and try to increase their player advantage. When I was a kid, I used to pronounce watermelon as woodermelon. Woodermelon. Is that a Mid-Atlantic thing, or is that just an American thing? Woodermelon. Stand-up blitz on that cool runner. Double skulls! Oh, Old Gamer Mike threw in Pug Johnson to protect the Wolf because he knew Pug Johnson couldn't be taken down. Oh! Wow! Double skulls to a KO on John Turturro. What a loss for the Gutterballz. We'll see if John Turturro will come back in the second half. That is unfortunate for the Goodest boys. Looks like John Turturro is going to come back onto the pit. Wait, was that John Turturro? That was not. That was the big and blocker. So now the Goodest boys continue to be down a werewolf on defense yet again. They'll still field 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The Goodest boys roster. 2 KOs. 1 injury here in Flanders. They're going to field 11, as will the Gutterballz. They're going to be out 2 blitzers, however, which is not great for them either. Similar formation here for the defense. They've got the ghoul runners on the outside here in the secondary now. 3 on the line for the defense, currently 6 for the offense. What? These dice are darker than a black steer's tuchus on a moonless night. Old Gamer Mike says I'm down 1. Are you? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, it is 11v10. You're absolutely right. How is that the case? Oh, because 13 minus 3, that is in fact 10. That's arithmetic. 1 man player advantage for the Gutterballz. Bad dog. Demanding death. C says math is hard. Math is hard. All right, one back to receive. It is naturally going to be the stranger with sure hands. Here's the kick. 4 open players get to move 1 space. That will be the thrower. Probably see a goblin move to the left as well. Not sure if we'll see Flea move across the line of scrimmage or not. Two more spaces to activate here. No, he's not going to move across the line of scrimmage. He's going to move that player back a space. There's the goblin shifting left, and that will be all 4 movements. Ball's going to be kicked to the 14. It'll bounce 1 space to the 16, just inside the left wide zone. Turn 9 underway for the Gutterballz. They have just 3 minutes, 21 seconds on the bonus clock. They're back up to 3 rerolls. Down 2 blitzers. They have 1 blitzer left on the pitch. Here's an armor break. That is a good removal. 2-man player advantage. Now for the Gutterballz. Regen kicks in. That player will go back to the reserve box. Seek says, are we able to show the dice log? I don't think so. Oh, sorry. Did I have this off? Oh, I thought you wanted to see like a summary of die rolls. SB Beaver says, aren't all removals a good removal? Yeah. But this one increases his player advantage. Well, I mean, I guess they all increase your player advantage. Yeah, that's right. SB Beaver, what Electrics Man said. Not if they're your players. 30 seconds to go and turn 9-4 to Gutterballz. Unless you're playing elves, then you deserve it. Didn't you field a wood elf team? Moves like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We saw how that worked out. Oh, rushing with the ball carrier. 900%. Rushes to hand off to Tara Reid, the second. Works out after the team reroll was spent. Tara Reid in possession of the ball on the Gutterballz 6-yard. Throwing Tara Reid right out of the gate. What? Look at her just stuck there. She's like, get me out of here. Oh, Tara Reid lands on her feet. Oh, oh, what a touchdown. 1-turn touchdown by the Gutterballz. Oh! SB Beaver, thank you very much for the bits. Throws Tara Reid downfield and she gets into the end zone. And now the Gutterballz are going to go right back on defense. 1-1 the score before the Goodest boys have even been able to play in the second half. Man. Cups defense, Cups formation for the defense, 5 on the line for the offense. I don't know why the EA Sports graphics not showing up. I have a note here to fix it. 7 on the line for the offense, 1 wide right. One werewolf over in the right wide zone as well. Pug Johnson once again back to receive the kick. Weather's going to remain the same. Bounces in extra space. Turn 9 bound for the Goodest boys. Hank the Ranger says, the amazing thing about that play was he made back-to-back rushes. That was a 1 in 1,800 play. 2-9 block here. Gets a knockdown on Flea. Breaks armor. Gets a stun out of it. That's a turnover. Spends a reroll instead. Gets a POW. Can't afford that turnover with the ball so close to the line of scrimmage. So 11v11 on the pitch here. .55 seconds to go in turn 9 for the Goodest boys. They ended the first half in the lead, and before they even got to take a turn, it was a tie ball game. Repositioning players, trying to spread wide here to keep the defense from encircling the offense. Blitz on the right side. 2-die blitz against Jackie Treehorn. Gets the knockdown here. 8+ breaks armor. There it is. And that is a one-man player advantage now for the Necro team. Well done. Have we counted correctly? Yes, we have. Abo gets spent to keep this player in the game. Jackie Treehorn going back to the reserve box. Three plus pickup. Works out. Keeps the ball on the 12. Takes it out of the left wide zone. 2-die against the untrained troll. Got a POW out of this. Broke armor on the troll. Gets a stun. Goodest boys back on the bonus clock here. They have a little more than 5 minutes remaining. Repositioning. Keep the ball safe. Turn 10 now for the Gutterballz. Two-die block against the rookie. Black Mamba gets the knockdown. Oh, I want to play Death Stranding tonight, but I just will not be able to, sadly. I also finally... So I bought a Switch 2. I didn't buy any new games with it, because I don't care about Mario Kart in the slightest bit. But I decided on a game to buy. I'm going to buy the HD remaster on the Switch 2 of Bravely Default Flying Fairy, which I never played on the 3DS because I hate handhelds. I say as I talk about the Switch 2. But it was an RPG I never played, so I'm excited to give it a spin. 2-die blitz over in the left wide zone gets a push. Although I think they renamed it. So it was always called Bravely Default Flying Fairy in Japan. I think they originally renamed it here to just like Bravely Default or something. But they've named it back here with the HD remake. It was supposed to be. It was originally supposed to be a sequel to Final Fantasy what was it called? 4 Heroes of Light? I think that's what it was called. But it ended up being its own series. But it still has like the 4 Heroes of Light in it. The Gutterballz back on the bonus clock here. They're already down to 2 minutes 31 seconds. El Nubarino, a coach that always avails himself of all the resources available. Avails of all the resources available. I guess that works. Very contemplative coach. That's it. Turn 10 back to the Goodest boys. The Gutterballz, if they win this game, no, that's a null turn. That's a null turn for the Necro team. Turn 11 back to the Gutterballz. And boy, do they have some targets. Who would you like to pulverize, sir? Would it be the rookie ghoul runner with dodge, but you've got tackle? Or would it be the werewolf? The troll fails the really stupid roll. If the Gutterballz win tonight, they'll advance into 3rd place. Could conceivably make 2nd. I mean, they could make 1st if they win by, I don't know, 5 points. Goodest boys currently in 2nd place. If they win or draw, they will advance into 1st place. Failing all of these rolls. Failed the really stupid roll. Now couldn't get through the Wraith. Failed that foul appearance roll. Ajax the Right says, let's go draw! I suspect Steve Buscemi is going to be on the blitz here. And I think it's going to be against the Ghoul Runner. I think he'll come in here, take it against the Ghoul Runner, not follow up, and then proceed towards the ball. Oh, is he going to go towards the ball carrier? Steve Buscemi dodges towards the ball carrier. 2-die blitz. Got the pal. Very well done. Armor break as well. Couldn't ask for much more than that. Took the 3+ dodge to get dice. That's not the replay. But it was a good score. I missed the replay. The Gutterballz back on the bonus clock once more. Under 2 minutes now on the bonus clock. They have 1 reroll remaining for the game. Turn 11 for the Goodest boys. They're going to try to reclaim this ball here, but how they keep it safe, I don't know. Ajax the Riot said, what an interesting replay. Must have had a different camera angle than what we can see. Sometimes I don't let the buffer clear before I try to switch it over, and then I don't have a file. A mark by one of the Wolves. The Wolves have an MA of 8. Another mark here by Jones Chihuahua over on the left side. Hank the Ranger says better to take the 3+ dodge than 2+ rush according to the rules. Fair enough. 2-die blitz here against Steve Buscemi. Got the pal. Remember, 8+ breaks. Armor. A good armor break in kind here for the Goodest boys. A scrum starting to form around this ball. Can you call it a scrum when 2 of the players are stunned? Double pals back at the line of scrimmage. 9+ breaks armor with Mighty Blow. Tosa Smith on the block. Yeah, maybe Wooder is a Maryland thing. Wooder. Oil. O-I-L. Oil. Oil. Yo, put some oil in the car. One die block over on the left side of the line here. Gets a knockdown. And now a POW against Flea. Oh, good armor break. Well, okay armor break. Problem is, it's just less opportunities to block to get through this line to start funneling orcs through to try to recover the ball. Moob says, "I've heard "ol" plenty in Georgia." Is that true? No, I thought that was a Maryland thing. "Ol." Ajax says, "Where are the cross signs?" What's a cross? What? I don't know what a cross sign is. SP Beaver says, "I thought it was a southern thing." Was it? "Ol"? "Ol." See that block over on the left side here? Gets a so I see that side and I think Evangelion. I think Lilith on the cross. 40 seconds to go. Spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen a 30-year-old anime. "20 seconds to go here for the Gutterballz. Don't have a lot of speed to try to fight for this ball. Here's the blitz by Jeff Bridges. Dodge blitz into a 1 die. It's going to get a dodge push out of this. Ajax says, I should rewatch Evangelion. I just remembered it was great, but it made me depressed. Yep. It is a show with no heroes. Good recovery here by Jeff Bridges. He's going to eat some dice coming up, but he's at least recovered the ball in the hands of this blodger. Of course, both Wolves have the tackle skill, so that's going to negate that dodge skill. Yeah, there are no good guys. There are no good guys in Evangelion. One die block against Black Mamba way across the line of scrimmage, gets a POW. SP Beaver says it really depends on how you define hero. Gendo seems like a hero to me. He was just trying to motivate his son. And, you know, end the world. There's that. Final turn of the third quarter coming up. Double rushes to try to get another player onto the ball here. Did the best he's could. I think that was a good turn for El Numerino. Minor details. In the comic, they actually call him Satan. Like he has spoilers for a comic that's also old, but he has an angel in his hand, and he's referred to as Satan. Did I blitz by the werewolf against Jeff Bridges? Got the POW here. No armor break. Ball's gonna bounce around a bit. into the hands of Sam Corrigan. Fails the pickup, and it's going to end up right next to John Turturro, all the way up at the 10-yard line. Repositions the blitzer to take a mark on John Turturro. And now a 2-die on John Turturro gets a both standing result out of this unless a reroll is spent, but it will be the final reroll for the game. Blodge is a fake skill. Keeps it at the both standing result. Stands up the ghoul runner Pug Johnson. Takes a mark not just on the ball, but also on, obviously not a golfer, the number 14 Goblin. 2-die block back at the line of scrimmage will be a knockdown. Ajax says, boo, re-roll that. I think I would have. I think I actually would have. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Spends the reroll all the way down here. So now no more rerolls left for the game. Russell down here at center pitch. SB Beaver says, we all know I would have re-rolled it. Turn 13 for the Gutterballz. Fourth and final quarter begins. It's a tie ball game, folks. Both teams fighting for this ball on the Goodest boys' side of the field here. The Gutterballz tied this game up in the first turn of the half, and now desperately fighting to reclaim it to try to win this game. HX says, let's go, draw! A draw would put the Goodest boys in first place by a point. Both of these teams here tonight are undefeated. The Goodest boys with a record of 2-1-0. The Gutterballz 1-1-0. Good 3+ dodge to get a mark on the ball here. Obviously not a golfer getting into the action. 40 seconds to go for the Gutterballz. They have just 41 seconds left on the bonus clock. 2-die blitz against Sam Corrigan. Gets the knockdown. Pushes onto the ball. The ball's going to pop out one space ahead of John Turturro. Takes a mark on Robert Schnauzer, currently marking John Turturro. Is John Turturro going to take the block? I think he is. There it is. Gets a push. We'll keep the werewolf marked. Taking these blocks without standing up, Jeff Bridges. Is Jeff Bridges going to dodge? Yes, he is. Wow, I don't think he could have asked for a better bounce. 3+ dodge is no problem, but man, you can't rush onto the ball. You're going to fail the rush. Turn 13 for the Goodest boys. Unlike Geddy Lee, you're going to fail the rush. Stand-up blitz by Sam Corrigan. Gets a push on the Gobbo. Frenzy follow-up into 2 dice. Gets the knockdown here. Can either stay put, which I think he will. No, he'll take... could have had the both down there to stay in place if he wanted to reposition this way. But okay. So wanted to push away the goblin and then reposition. It's fine. Takes a mark on Steve Buscemi. SB Beaver says, you have been warning people not to rush for so long. It was called a GFI when you started it, and yet they still try it. Everyone thinks they can beat the rush. One die Frenzy follow-up against Steve Buscemi. Frenzy's the player off the ball. Has cleared the ball now of any... Oh, no, he hasn't. John Turturro's here. Takes a mark on John Turturro. So I think everybody has really activated near this ball for the Goodest boys. I think everybody else is going to stay where they are. I don't even know if he's going to roll dice. Well, he'll roll dice with... Well, I don't know. 3+ dodge by Tessin to get the 2. That was the scary bit. At least he's kept the big and blocker marked, so he can't get in on this scrum. Turn 14 for the Gutterballz. Hey, Jackson Ryan says, I like that dodge, don't like the skulls. Yeah. C says, to get the 2 skulls. Werewolf pushed off the ball on the blitz. Stand up blitz. Currently has a 1 die against one of these werewolves. Could make it a 2 die with obviously not a golfer. 3 turns left in this game. Could both teams remain undefeated? Well, the answer is yes. Yes, both teams could remain undefeated. Hey, Jack says, that's fine by me. There's the 1 die. Takes the 1 die against the wolf and's gonna get the knockdown here. There could be a technical issue and both get a loss in the database. There could be a technical issue and both get 7 losses in the database. Who's to say, really? Moob says, yeah, Festoon and Chime play this week. I want them both to lose. No offense to either of them. I get it. I get it. 13 seconds to go here for the Gutterballz. Remember, just 28 seconds left on the bonus clock as well. This scrum has formed and has not let up. 28 seconds now. 2 die on Raish. Gets a push. Is he going to sidestep onto the ball? Is he going to sidestep onto the ball? He is going to sidestep onto the ball. We'll see if this ball gets kicked out of this scrum. It does. It's forward a couple of spaces. That's good for the Goodest boys. A 1 die against Black Mamba. Gets the knockdown here. So the Goodest boy ball carrier. Good. Oh, he's got a noose around his neck. Good removal here. That's 1 less player to help support this team. The Goodest boy ball carriers. Here they are. They're all behind the ball right now. He does get knocked down, but he gets up again. And you're never going to keep him down, but you will keep him off the pitch. 2-die block against Steve Buscemi gets a pal. Move says, hey, don't hurt Black Mamba. She's already died once. So the rookie Ghoul Runner on the block gets the knockdown here. This frees up Pug Johnson. Not going after the ball. Frenzy follow-up into the 1 die. Ooh. Pushes onto the ball. And it's going to bounce this ball one space to the left. What's the play? Marked by 2 orcs? I don't think he wants to pick. Oh, it's going to go for the blitz. Blitzes the goblin away. We'll get the knockdown. And now I guess just marking the ball in the corner. No, not the corner. Going to take the 1-die block instead. And got the knockdown here against Carl Hungus. Wow, good armor break. Huge armor break. That's another orc out of this scrum. Good removal by the Wraith. Turn 15 forward to Gutterballz. If they're going to score, boy, they got to make something happen here. Hard fought half over this ball, and nobody's really been able to recover it successfully. 1-1 ball game, no resources remaining for the Gutterballz. They're out of rerolls, they're out of bonus clock. They've got 1:33 left in the turn. See, that's what I was hoping for, a touchdown replay. 70 seconds to go. Big turn forward to Gutterballz. I don't know how... Oh, that's the end of the turn. All right, a huge opportunity for the Goodest boys, but they have no rerolls remaining. They're going to... Oh, well, I don't know. I think they're going to try to put it in the hands of Pug Johnson. Gets the free reroll with Sure Hands. And then try to get some players to protect and try to win this game on turn 16. So I think the Gutterballz are... Well, no, they're not done. They can get it in the hands of the Goblin. Ah, what's happening? Oh, God. Looks like they're probably going to blitz with Sam Corrigan in here to free up the werewolf. So the werewolf may end up being the ball carrier. But there's no reroll with the werewolf. Cease lowering the rush failure rate. Here's that blitz. Gets the knockdown on John Turturro. Breaks armor. Gets a removal. Plenty of movement left with Sam Corrigan. Here we go. Jack says, no. Refund that. Not 99%. Here we go. Is it going to be in the hands of the wolf? Or will it be in the hands of Pug Johnson? I'm not drawing a thing. Goodest boys on the bonus clock. Plenty of time to think this turn through. I think the Ranger says there should be an option to raise the rush failure rate. He checks the rises. Draw a line, damn it! Repositions a Wraith on the line with under 4 minutes to play. Oh boy. It's going to be the werewolf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a good werewolf pickup. All right. So Pug Johnson, 7 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So Pug Johnson barely in position, right? 6, 7, no. Pug Johnson's in position. Robert Schnauzer's in position as well. One die block on the lines of both standing result. Gets a wrestle down here. Turn 16 for the Gutterballz. All right, good turn here by old gamer Mike. Now has the number 7 ghoul runner Pug Johnson in position to score. Has the ball in the hands of Robert Schnauzer, the number 2 werewolf over in the left wide zone, in position to score as well. What can the Orcs do except pray to Nuffle? The Gutterballz on their final 1 minute, 25 seconds. Blitz on the ball. They're going to take it as a 1 die. They got to push out of this. The ball carrier is going to stay on his feet. Pushed to the sideline. So the wolf is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A rush would be, or a blitz would be a rush. So it looks like the wolf. Well, he doesn't have to blitz with the wolf. He can blitz with Pug Johnson or with Sam Corkington. "40 seconds for the Gutterballz. They're going to take a mark on the ghoul runner. They've still got Sam Corkington to worry about. Failed the really stupid roll with the troll. This is a bad time. Bad time, troll. Here we go. Turn 16 for the Goodest boys. If they can free the ball carrier, they win this game. If he's going to take the blitz with Sam Corkington, and I expect he will, he'll take it from the rear here and try to push. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm so scared. Here's the blitz. No! Oh! 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 That is the wrong direction. Oh! Could have still pushed him off the ball, but would have had to rely on this, the second block here to go the other way. Okay. Robert Schnauzer. Here we go. 50-50 dodge to a 3+ to score. Rolling dice! The madman! Ah! Oh, got a pow out of this too. Oh! Failed the dodge! That is the game. This is a draw ball game. Oh, man. It's worth the risks for your reaction. What a game that was. Very, very fun. Oh, man. And with that draw, the Goodest boys strike back, will advance into first place in Division C. They're 2-0. The Gutterballz at the top of the leaderboard here as well in 4th place. What a fun game that was. Man, very aggressive game. And well played. Congratulations here to both coaches. That was a ton of fun. Whew. All right, let's take a look at the schedule before we leave. Man, that was great. All right, coming up next this Thursday, July 3rd at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we're going to have the Department of Redundancy versus the Remnants of Valor. Todari versus S. Beaver. That is a human mirror match. Then on Saturday, July 5th at 9:30 p.m., we have Entanglements versus Philosopher's Song. Conkill versus Spire. That's Imperial Nobility versus Lizards. On Sunday, July 6th at 9:30 p.m., we have Vesuvian Lavabacks versus the Pipstars. Berserker Tempest versus Dead Fred. That's a Lizard mirror match. And this Tuesday, what's today? Today is Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, July 8th at 9 o'clock p.m., the Fishy Fiends will face off against the Birds of a Feather. That's Ajax versus Galeshi, Chaos Renegades versus Pro Elves. 3 games left to be scheduled in week number 4. And when games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club here on Twitch, or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. Play Blood Bowl, man. This game is so fantastic. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation and Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store. You know what? You can even come say hi. You can even come say hi in our Discord channel as well. And if you'd like to play in our next competition, just hit me up in Discord and say, hey, I'd like to play in your upcoming competition. I'll put you on the list. When registration opens, I'll tell you what to do. Very easy to do. You'll make a team. You'll tell me what the name of the team is. You'll tell me what your coach name is, and we'll get you. We'll get you. We'll get you. Ajax, all right, I just have to ask you, are you an Air Force Proud fan? Love you, say it back. All right, that's gonna do it for this evening. Thank you very much for hanging out. Thanks to all the coaches for their games. It was a lot of fun. And until Thursday night, July 3rd. Yep, that's where we are. We're in July at 9 o'clock p.m. Take care and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening.